Hey y'all, it is Phalon back with another video, and this time we are talking about Idris Elba may be returning as Heimdall. But first, be sure to like, share, subscribe for all my pop culture discussion and Feature Friday, which is my weekly promotion of content creators. Okay, so we're going to get into this article because it's two very specific people have been seen together, which is Taika Waititi and Idris Elba. We will be going over this article, giving my input about this. Okay, it starts with, there is at least a possibility, albeit a slim one, and one that requires a bit of speculation, that a dead Marvel Cinematic Universe character may be making their return in Thor: Love and Thunder. The word may is currently doing a lot of work there. This much is true. In any event, some recent photos shared by director Taika Waititi have at least opened the door for speculation. Before diving in, we must again reiterate that this is largely speculative. There is currently no official evidence, they say official, that said character is gearing up for a MCU return. That said, Taika Waititi, who is previously directed Thor Ragnarok, recently shared several photos of him and Idris Elba, who plays Heimdall in the MCU. The two were enjoying a rugby match with one another in New Zealand. Waititi shared the images with the following caption: "Me and Idris Elba visiting the All Blacks last week, and I think we can all agree that's what inspired last night's win. Caught up with the USO Artie Sevilla while Driscoll tried to steal the bloody." Okay, so honestly, it could just be happenstance, or we could actually be getting him back into the storyline, which wouldn't be so out there. Number one, they established that Asgardians are actually gods, not just aliens. Like, they can be both. Alien gods. Honestly, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that Idris Elba is going to resurrect that role. Because we're getting Loki, and Loki has very much a habit of not staying dead permanently in any universe. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. With Heimdall, he sees everything. He knows all. The one that's supposed to see everything proceed, well, there you go. He can resume his post, so to speak. And there were so many people that had been resurrected, it's understandable that they would bring him back. In the comics, when Asgard was brought back, it kind of hovered over Oklahoma, which they could be going that route, maybe, considering that a huge chunk of Asgardians that we thought were dead, we thought Thor was the very last one standing. Nope, you got to see them in Endgame at the very end. So Heimdall could have easily been among their ranks. Okay, and it says, here's what we know for sure. Taika Waititi has been doing pre-production work on Thor 4, which has expected to begin filming in Australia in January. Chris Hemsworth will return as Thor, with Tessa Thompson reprising her role as Valkyrie and Jane Foster making her MCU return as Jane Foster. Okay, see, this is where they messed up. Jane Foster does not play Jane Foster. Natalie Portman plays Jane Foster. That, I guess they got caught up when they were writing this article. But back to it, Jane will additionally be taking up the mantle of Thor in the sequel. Beyond that, little has been revealed in terms of specifics, so it at least conceivable, be it through flashbacks or other means. So yeah, that's a valid point. It could just be a flashback. Idris Elba has been playing Heimdall since the first Thor was released in 2011, so about 9 years he's been playing this character. When we last saw Heimdall, it was at the events of Ragnarok at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War. Heimdall gave his life to ensure that Bruce Banner could go back to Earth in order to warn his fellow heroes of Thanos' impending arrival. His death seems quite definitive, as presented on screen. But here's my thing. The Asgardians could have been rescued by any number of people, whether it be the Collector or because he wanted to collect as guardians their endangered species, or any number of groups. However, when it comes to comic book movies, few characters are ever truly dead. See? We have seen plenty of fake outs in the MCU previously, such as Nick Fury in The Winter Soldier, not to mention half of all life in the universe being brought back in Avengers Endgame. Save for the possible return of Heimdall, Christian Bale is set to play the movie's villain. The identity of said villain has yet to be revealed, plus Chris Pratt will return as Star-Lord to help resolve the thread that was left hanging at the end of Avengers Endgame. With Groot also rumored getting in on the action, Thor Love and Thunder is currently set to hit theaters on February 11th, 2021. We'll be sure to keep you posted on any further details that are made. Be sure to check out the photos from Taika Waititi's Instagram. Cool. But yeah, I honestly think that there are so many ways they can bring him back. It writes itself. And y'all should definitely keep an eye out to see any more news. Though they had confirmed about Vin Diesel playing Groot. We have Chris Pratt bringing back Star-Lord. Hopefully we'll get to see some Bradley Cooper. But we may see the return of this specific character, whether it's in a flashback or not. So I'd love to hear your opinion. Do you want to see Idris Elba return as Heimdall or not? Please comment down below. In what way would you want to see him come back? I honestly am curious. This is Phalon, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.